Yeah. Next Newgrounds animator would have to be DanPaladin. He should actually have been the first, but I have to say he was the one that really put Newgrounds further on the map. Newgrounds was already on the map, but he helped really solidify Newgrounds as a game studio, of course, with the aid of big man Tom Pulp, and the owner of Newgrounds. But DanPaladin did some work. He did a lot of work. When I first knew about him was through seeing and playing the game Alien Hobbit. That was a collaboration between him and Tom Pulp, and that game was pretty cool. It was an indie game on Newgrounds that played pretty well. Programming was done by Tom Pulp, which I'll talk more about in the game sections of the indie. Um, but his style, though, DanPaladin's style, he had that very bubbly, cool style. And I think when I start looking at him, his artwork a little bit more was when he did Sync versus Horrid, and it went further when he went to Sync versus Horrid 2, or it was part 2 of Sync versus Horrid, and that's when I realized that this dude was really a very talented animator, because he did a lot of the effects that he was using in Flash were effects I thought about using, but I wasn't sure about executing it, and he did it quite well. And throughout that I have to say that not just his style, but the game itself that he worked on, Castle Crashers, that was made by Behemoth, which is the company that Tom Falk started, was one of the major reasons why I bought an Xbox. Because I wanted to support, the indie crowd, and I'm all for helping out indie groups in any which way and form of what they do. If they're, a lot of people don't consider Behemoth to be an indie group, but it's not a big company. So I think it started with about 5 or 6 people. It's too much, and it grew to how many people it is right now. But going back to Dan, I just loved his style and his execution of how he did work. Like the final product of his animation. It fit well into the mold of everything, and he's one of those animators or artists to really look out for. In the coming years. He has done some things which are kind of questionable, but then again, hey, it's his thing. It's either you like it or you don't. And for the most part, I love his games, and I love the style of his games. It's really well done. The execution is awesome. Um, Not much to really say about that. There's nothing to really hate about his style. Only time will tell what's the next evolution besides what is that new game they're doing. I never remember. But either way, let's look out for this guy and his work. His work is just amazing. Battle Block. There we go. Battle Block was the name of it. And that's all I have to say. Stay tuned. Peace.